My name is Louis Cruz. I'm getting my master's in finance and I'm on track. Well, coming out of undergraduate, I knew that I wanted to learn more about finance. As an undergraduate, I majored in finance and I knew I wanted to learn more. So I started looking at programs, and in my research in comparing an MBA program and a master's in finance program, I realized that given my background with relatively little work experience, but good academic record, the master's in finance would give me more. I would get more out of the master's in finance program. Keeping up to date with news in the market, following a few stocks, maybe doing some research or even some investing on your own. That way you can get more accustomed with the finance world, because that's going to come in handy once you start the classes. One of my favorite classes was with Professor Bodison, where you take the financial statements and you actually take the notes to the financial statements, and she teaches you how to unravel the different tricks that management can use to try and cover up certain transactions. And that gives you a better picture of what the true economic situation of the company is. So that was a lot of fun. One of the hardest things for me has been, as an undergraduate, I didn't have to really read as much. But in the master's program, there's just so much material. You can't wait till the last day and cram it, because it's too much information. So you actually have to plan ahead, at least start a week out before the exam and start studying, because it's not so much that you can't comprehend the material, it's just so much material, you can't get it all in one day. Me personally, because I know I want to go into the world of finance, it was easy for me to know that I wanted to pass these exams. And definitely picking the right classes is important in terms of the order you want to take them in. When I looked at the CFA, at the curriculum here at the U, I looked at the classes and I also looked at what was going to be tested on each exam, and I tried to choose the classes that would help incorporate the major parts of each exam. So for instance, in the first exam there's a lot on fixed income that I didn't have a strong background on, and so I chose to take a fixed income class that helped a lot in passing the first exam. Completing the CFA program helps in your job search. I haven't completed the program, but I have passed the first 2 exams, and I've noticed that when I apply or when I'm networking with someone, as soon as I let them know that I've passed the first 2 exams, they know that I'm serious about finance, and they definitely put me at the top of the stack in terms of who they're going to interview. So if you're thinking about applying to the Master's in Finance program, first thing you want to do is just be honest with yourself if finance is what you like to do. Personally, for me, my interest in finance really took hold when I learned about Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham. As soon as I read about their investment philosophy, I mean, it just clicked, and I knew not only that I wanted to go into finance, but that I wanted to invest the way that they invest, and that eventually I want to be able to manage money like he does. Go onto the website and look at the deadlines, look at the prompts for the different essays, and as soon as you can, start to write your responses to those essays. Usually the MBA students have work experience, post-bac work experience, which I didn't have. So right off the bat, I was kind of hesitant, and I realized that I might not fit the mold of an MBA student. On top of that, I knew students that were older than me that had gone straight from undergraduate to an MBA program, and it was very hard for them to be able to secure an internship between their first and second year, and I didn't want any part of that experience. So knowing that, I looked at the profile of the students in the Master's in Finance program, and I realized that more of them didn't have the post-bac work experience, same situation as me.